Greetings, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Dr. Ann's Desk, where I share tips and tricks to make virtual learning and remote teaching survivable for all of us in the fray right now. So, I've been giving teachers some tricks lately, and I wanted to take a little break and also come in and give some advice and support to my parents who are at home dealing with kids who are also remote learning while you have to be remote working, and we all know that that's enough to want to pull your hair out. And so what I wanted to do is I wanted to come in today and provide a few strategies to help you so that you can see if it works, and if it doesn't, let me know in the comments. I'm really trying to give out any type of strategies that can help, and we can definitely troubleshoot it together. So today we're talking about the schedule. And so the schedule, maybe you don't have one. Maybe it's not existent. Maybe what you have is not working. I get it totally. I have a 6-month-old, and so my day, although it has some structure, it kind of revolves around what he's trying to do and where he's at for the day. So I can commiserate. And so what I want to do is I want to give you a few tips in order to create a schedule that works for you and your family. So tip number 1 is to create a schedule that has everyone kind of focusing on core tasks around the same time. So let's say you know that it's Wednesday, and Wednesdays are your staff meeting days, and your little one and your student has to go to class at 11. So what you would want to do in an ideal world, and this might not always work, is that you want to have your meeting happening at the same time that your little one or your student is at work themselves. Now, you can't always control all of that because class schedules and school schedules, but what you can do, and this is tip number 2, is make learning and remote learning a task that mimics you at work. Now, capitalism aside, and I know this is gonna sound like I'm working for the man, but I promise you I'm not. Kids like role play. Kids like to have fun. They like to feel like they have purpose. And so if you have a home office, if you have a place where you're doing your work, and you bring your child in to do their work with you when you're doing your serious work, everyone is kind of working together. And that way we can have this role playing situation where they are your executive assistant, and their task for the day is to get through their classwork, while your task is to get through your actual work. And even if you're not going to get through as much because you're going to be watching, the little one and kind of supervising them, what this does is that it allows everyone in the home to be invested in working at the same time. Now, this also brings me to tip number 3, which is the fact that everyone needs to get a break. Learning, working is not going to look the same as it has pre-COVID and pre-pandemic. And so we just kind of have to get used to this new normal. And so you have to schedule breaks. Now, from productivity things that I've read, most of us work really well in 90-minute blocks. So what you can do is you can schedule snack time, lunchtime, break time, and fun time with 90-minute increments. That way everyone kind of has time to step away from the screen, to decompress, to have some time to go for a walk, because outside and fresh air is very important, especially for mental health during this time, even if you're just walking around the block. You also have time to rehydrate. A lot of us are working. A lot of young people are going to school online, and we're not taking care of drinking enough water, getting what we need to nourish our minds and bodies at this time. So, scheduling break times and doing those break times together really actually helps structure a family kind of day where you guys are working together, you guys are eating together, you guys are snacking together, you guys are taking breaks together. Now, if you want to break away from your actual kids and don't want to break together, that is a little bit okay too, and definitely it's up to you and whatever works for your family, especially if you have kids in different age groups. But what I do recommend, and this is my 4th tip, is having the schedule be visible to all. If mommy needs mommy time, you need to put that on the schedule so that everybody knows they do not want the wrath of mama who did not get her 15, 20, 30, 40, however many minutes you need to run away and hide from your children. Okay? So I really hope that these tips help with creating a schedule that makes remote learning and working at the same time more manageable. I'll try to come back and dive in with some more things for parents to help them. But I just wanted to make sure that you know that I'm in this with all of you. We're all in this new normal and we're all trying to find a way. So please make sure you subscribe, you have commented below, and you let me know how this is going for you. This is this week's episode of Dr. Ann's Desk, and please let me know how your schedule is going. Talk to you soon. Bye.